Chanukah was a wonderful time, a joyous time, filled with all kinds of celebration and songs and latkes and presents and candles and blessings and food and family and friends. Chanukah geld, which is chocolate coins wrapped in tin foil, dreidels, and just the excitement of the holiday was wonderful. It brings back wonderful memories, even to people old like me. We would recall the temple and how it had been rededicated, and the oil, which was only supposed to last one day, and how it lasted 8 days. A wonderful miracle. But to be honest, Hanukkah is a holiday with all the mazel. That's what we used to call it. Why did it have all the mazel? Because it fell at the same time as Christmas. And Christmas, with all its rest, all its presents, and the trees, and the lightings, and all the wonderful things. But we Jews didn't celebrate Christmas because we don't believe in Jesus. And so we didn't celebrate Christmas. And the requirement was, to be a Jew, you shouldn't believe in Jesus. So we came up with Hanukkah. But in reality, Hanukkah was celebrated 2,000 years ago. We read about it in John chapter 10. And so, Hanukkah has always been celebrated, even before there was a Christmas. A sad thing about Hanukkah is that we forget all the horror that had gone on prior to the need for the celebration. People died. And to catch a glimpse of what was going on back then, we can look today and see what happened in Gaza and how 1,200 Jewish people were murdered. That kind of stuff was going on back then, 160 something BC, when Antiochus Epiphanes conquered Judea and sought to oppress the Jewish people and Judaism. But another interesting thing about Hanukkah is that were it not for the situation in Hanukkah and the triumph of the Maccabees, there never would have been a Judaism. There never would have been survival of the Jewish people. And the circumstances that ultimately led to the environment that was that created the situation for the gospel never would have occurred. And so in essence, were it not for the story behind Hanukkah, the results after that event, Christianity would not exist. But the reality that there is actually a holiday that we call Hanukkah bears witness to another, I think, very important fact. Scripture says that if we obey God, listen to His word, trust Him, then we would live in the land, we would prosper, everything would be, pardon my French, hunky-dory. But because we didn't, people like Antiochus Epiphanes, with his Syrian army, came along. And so we defeated them, yes, but it also is a testimony to the reality that we have a history in which we have been unfaithful to God. And yes, Hanukkah is a wonderful and joyful holiday. But if we had been faithful to God and lived in the land in instead of diversity here, the, the diaspora of 2,000 years, and the horror of Antiochus, uh, we would have had something even so much infinitely better. And so in reality, Chanukah is a holiday that we never should have had to celebrate.